Bliss Bean. Just as cavemen needed their fire and their rocks and sticks and whatever, us modern humans need our tools as well. So in this video, I'm going to attempt to show you all of the tools that help me be a more productive 21st century human being. Make sure you stick around because at the end of this video, I'm going to be talking about a giveaway that I'm doing to celebrate reaching 1,000 newsletter subscribers. By the way, thank you so much for that. The first category of tools that I want to start out with is the digital tools. While I still do love using paper for creative things and brainstorming and studying, there is great value in digital tools. They are very portable and efficient, so these are the digital tools that I use right now. Number one is Google Calendar, which I use for keeping track of things that happen at a certain time, so like appointments that I have to go to. I love having my schedule synchronized between my computer and my phone. I pretty much always have either one of those with me, so if an event comes up, I always have a way to enter it into my calendar. And then you can also have it send reminders. You can put in additional information like an address, a color label. I also really like being able to visualize my schedule, like if I open up the view of the day ahead or if I open up a view of the week. I like being able to see like a visual view of how much of my week is scheduled out and how much free time there is. The second tool is To Do. I am like their unofficial unpaid spokesperson. You could also call it a fangirl. They even sent me their tote bag, so basically we're best friends. To Do is what made me switch over to digital planning. It was the absolute simplest tool that I was able to find. It had all of the simplicity that I loved about paper planning, except it was digital, so I could carry it around with me. I could cross things out and move them around without having to use whiteout. Next up is my habit tracker of choice. It's called Productive Habits. You can create habits, assign colors to them, schedule on what days you want to do them or what specific times of the day. I use it to track everything all the way from my morning routine to my bedtime routine and then all of the stuff in between, which is like language practice and meditation and reading and chores that I have to do. I really like that it does the scheduling for you, so like if I'm doing something every other day or like 2 days per week, I don't have to think about that. The app will just show me the habit on the day that it needs to get done, which is a lot less work than the paper tracker that I used to use. Next up is Now Then Pro, which is my time tracker. I have a whole super detailed video on this, so I'm not going to go into depth, but I just like to track exactly what I do during the day and how long I spend doing it because it creates a better awareness of where my time is going, and it also just makes me a heck of a lot more productive. So if you want to learn about that, you know what to do. Number 5 is the Gmail app. I deleted the Apple email app because I think it sucks. I think just the fact that the Gmail app is made for Gmail accounts makes it function a lot more smoothly than the Apple one does. I feel like pretty much everyone uses Gmail, which is why I'm recommending the app to everyone. Honestly, whenever someone tells me their email and it's like Yahoo or something, I'm just like, it's 2019, like, get a Gmail account. But it's okay, here at the Bliss Bean, we do not judge based on email providers. Okay, the next tool is Google Sheets. I use Google Sheets pretty much just for budgeting. If you want to learn more about my budgeting system, I talked about it in this video. But basically, I really like Google Sheets for it because it's just super simple. You just have categories and then income and expenses that go in each category. It's really good for someone in my situation who doesn't have very complicated finances, but everyone needs to keep track of how much they're making and how much they're spending, so it's a good like beginner's budgeting option. The next tool is Trello. Trello is a productivity workspace that has boards, and within boards you have columns, and then finally within columns you have cards. So in that way it's pretty simple, but there are so many features. So like every single card can contain a ton of information like text and to-dos and assignments and attached files, reminders, and then every board can have power-ups applied to it. So I use Trello for my photography business and for my blog content calendar. For my content calendar, I've applied the calendar power-up, which allows me to see all of my cards on a calendar based on when their due date is. The last app is Venmo, and I feel like I probably don't need to explain this, but it's basically an app that lets you pay people very easily. You just put in their username and then the amount of money that you want to send. And I love this because I hate carrying around cash. I just hate dealing with cash in general. So it makes it really easy if you're like out with friends and you guys need to split the bill. It's much easier than like digging around in your wallet trying to find the exact amount. Instead, you just type it into the app and you're done. Actually, I do have one more digital tool that I want to mention, but I haven't started using it. I've just heard so many good things about it that I made an account, but I haven't like taken the time to learn about it yet. So the app is called Notion, and it claims to be the all-in-one productivity workspace. Like, you won't need anything else once you start using this. If you've tried it, let me know in the comments what you thought of it. Like, I'm really happy with the productivity system that I have right now. Like, I'm in a loving, stable relationship, but I'm also a planning nerd, and whenever I hear about something new like this, I just really want to try it out. So let me know if I should. Moving on to the analog tools. The first one is notebooks, and even though I use digital planning, I still love notebooks. That love for notebooks never truly goes away. So I use notebooks for journaling every day, for studying, and then I have like a catch-all notebook which just holds random things, so like plans for redecorating my room and a to-do list for what I need to do before I embark on my travels. Just whatever requires a little bit more creativity or something that I want to have a tangible record of, if that makes sense. The next analog tool is the Lavender Artist of Life workbook. The workbook is not a daily planner. It's more of like an overarching tool to use throughout the entire year. I think the bulk of the work that you do in the workbook happens at the beginning of the year. So like looking back at 2018 or setting goals for 2019, just thinking in general about how you want to feel in 2019. I really liked how it helped me to start the year on a more introspective note, but then also every quarter and every month it guides you through setting goals and then reviewing that period of time. The last one, I don't even know if it counts as a digital tool or an analog, but it is my boogie board. I use this a lot whenever I need to write something down just temporarily and I don't want to waste paper for that. I also like to have it nearby when I'm working, so just in case a to-do pops in my head and I don't have the attention to give to it right now, but I also want to make sure I don't forget it. I just like to write it down and look at it later. Then some little miscellaneous things. I love my zebra mild liners. They're basically highlighters, but just nicer colors, not those boring neon yellow, oranges, and pinks. And then this whiteout I think is a lifesaver because I love writing in pen, but I don't love making mistakes. So yeah, those are all my productivity tools. And now what you've been waiting for is the giveaway. So to celebrate 1,000 friends receiving my newsletter every single week in their email inbox, I wanted to give something back to you guys. So this giveaway is basically like a bundle of some of my favorite productivity tools. Obviously, a lot of these are like free apps, so I can't really gift them to you. But what I have included is a bunch of my favorite books on self-improvement and productivity. I've included a bunch of my favorite pens that I use for writing literally everything, a pack of zebra mild liners, and because the Lavender Artist of Life workbook for 2020 actually hasn't come out yet, I'm giving you something similar. So she actually came out with this line of pastel colored notebooks which are so pretty. So you're gonna get a set of 4 of those. The total cost of all of these beautiful productivity items is going to flash on the screen right now because I actually have not bought everything yet, so I don't even know how much it's going to cost. Hopefully I won't spend all of my money on this. To enter this giveaway, just go down to the description and there's going to be a link that's going to take you to a page where basically you just have to complete a couple of simple tasks like subscribing to my newsletter or following my Instagram. I wish everyone could win, but unfortunately I do not have that much money. But even if you don't win, just know that I appreciate all of you so very much. Alright, thank you for watching and I will see you next week. Bye!